Alright, today I'm going to show you how to trap a Giga. Now on the island you'll only find them around these 5 peaks that are shown there on the map. And this location here is just a flat area for me to tame it. For the trap you're going to need 6 metal triangle foundations, 6 metal quarter walls, and 6 metal triangle roofs, as well as 2 other foundations. It doesn't matter about the materials for these 2 foundations because they won't actually be a part of the trap. They're just going to help you guide where the trap will need to go next. So you do need a nice flat spot for this, and once you find it, you're going to place one of your metal triangle foundations down and then use those 2 foundations that they don't really matter. They could be thatch, but you just got to place them on one of the edges of the triangle. So all you're really doing is putting your next metal triangle foundation the width of 2 regular foundations apart. And like you saw there, I just picked them up and I'll place them back on the other side of this next triangle and just rinse and repeat until you have a hexagon made out of metal triangle foundations. It's a little bit tricky to explain, but once you watch what I'm doing, it will make a lot of sense. You go 2 foundations, 1 triangle, and then you pick up your 2 foundations. Or you could just make like a heap of them so you don't have to keep picking them up. It doesn't really matter. But you just need to make sure that you have 2 foundation width between each triangle foundation. And this should be the last one here. If you just have a look at how these triangle foundations are laid out, I'll pick these 2 up. You'll see them laid out in a nice perfect hexagon shape. Just like this. That's what you should be looking at after you've placed all your foundations. And next we're going to place our metal quarter walls. So you'll place 1 on each back side of the metal triangle foundation. It doesn't matter if you place it on the left or the right. You can see here I'm going around and I'm placing it on each right side of the back face. You could do the left if you like. I don't think it matters at all. In fact, I know it doesn't matter at all. I've done it on the left side too. And now our 6 metal triangle roofs will be placed on top of that metal quarter wall. But you're going to have to line it up so it perfectly sits above the foundation. Like I said before, it doesn't really matter which way the quarter wall sits, but this one has to sit perfectly lined up on top of the foundation. So you'll have to put them it's a little bit tricky. Fiddle around, and as soon as you get it just like that. And they have to be facing inward as well. And once you've placed all 6, you should be left with this like weird looking spike dome circle kind of thing with all of the pointed edges facing inwards and sitting directly over the top of the foundation, just like that. It does look like a bit of a funny trap, but it works really well. Once you get the Giga in, it won't get out as long as you're on a decently flat surface. What you need next is something that can outrun the Giga. A Gallimimus will work perfectly. They're really fast. They're pretty easy to get. Very agile, very nimble. The only problem is they are kind of weak. So you don't want to get too cocky and get too close and get bitten, because they probably will die very quickly. So probably let the Giga eat everything else in the area first. And then use the Gallimimus and just lure it straight through the middle of the trap, just like that. It's as easy as that. All you have to do is run through the middle yourself and the Giga will be trapped. You'll see the Giga try and run around and run in different directions, and there's no way that it can get out of that trap. I'll show you something you don't want to do. This was me running through the trap. You see I ran through, but I didn't run straight through the middle. I ran off to the side a little bit. The Giga also just ran around the trap. So if you don't run dead straight and lead it dead straight through the middle of the trap, it will avoid it. You have to go straight through the guts of it like this, and then you'll turn around and you'll see that it has walked through the middle too. As long as you've got it right behind you, right on your tail, you shouldn't have any issue getting it in there. But that's it on how to trap a Giga. I'll run through how to tame one for the rest of the video. It's going to take you a lot of tranks, a lot of trank darts, or no matter what you've got. Even if you're using shocking tranquilizer darts, you're still going to go through a couple of hundred of them. See here, this is a level 150. It's got 99.4 thousand torpor. And each one of these trank darts that I'm shooting are only doing 400. And I'm using shocking tranquilizer darts, so it'll take you about 250 of these or 500 normal tranquilizers. But for a level 150 Giga, it's going to cost you a lot, but you'll never have to worry about anything again, really. They are definitely one of the best dinosaurs in the game, if not the best dinosaur in the game, especially for combat. They have like a bleed effect when they attack. They're pretty fast runners. They have stupid amounts of health. Anyway, once you've knocked it out, its favourite food is exceptional kibble. I do suggest only using exceptional kibble. It will eat all types of meat too, but I'd highly suggest just using kibble for gigas. If you are ever going to make kibble, this is your reason to do it. And as far as riding the Giga, level 96 is when you unlock the saddle, so it is right at the end. To get the engram for it is going to cost you 75 engram points. To craft it, you're going to need 350 fiber, 120 metal ingots, and 680 hide. I did also want to add, make sure you have hundreds of narcotics. You're going to need at least 200. Because the Giga's torpor drops down so fast. You just have to make sure you pump narcotics into these things and keep them asleep. It's too expensive to get them to sleep, to let them wake up. But anyway, after you've finally tamed it, put a saddle on it and ride it, and you'll get the Giga Rider achievement or trophy. As long as it's the first time you've ever ridden one. So there's that, that's pretty cool. I fiddled around in the trap for a while and tried to get out. There's just no way for these things to get out. But whether you're playing on PvP, PvE, single player or official servers, it doesn't matter. These things are awesome dinosaurs to get. And that just about does it for my video on how to trap a Giga. So I hope the video helped you out. Like and subscribe if it did, and I'll see you on the next one.